The Pritzker Prize is the most prestigious award in architecture. It is awarded annually to a living architect from any country who, through their completed projects, has demonstrated a combination of talent, vision, and commitment to the art of architecture.
It is an honor for Team 2 of the Materials and Constructions Procedures subjected to present this magazine that showcases the work of one of the most prodigious architects of our time, Alejandro Aravena.
Team 2 chose a minimalist design for the magazine to balance the density of architectural projects and the need for a profitable medium. The introduction of the magazine includes the names of the editors and the brief overview of the project. Like many other projects in the subject, this one supposed a challenge for the students who had worked quickly and efficiently. The magazine is available in both Spanish and English, with different typefaces representing different elements of the magazine. The first work featured is Quintana Monroy, Arbena's most important development. The project was created to provide housing for 10,000 families who had been illegally occupying a 0.5-hectare plot of land for 30 years.
Quintana Monroy is a beautiful and innovative work of architecture. This section of the magazine provides a detailed look at how the project was designed to be explained and adapted to the needs of the users. Regarding the type of materials that were used in the project, it is worth highlight concrete, wood, concrete sheets, and metal sheets. As a curious fact, this work how it a design generated the curiosity of the country's even aiding in the construction of the housing prototypes in Mexico and in other cities in Chile.
Moving on a recent work, but with a strong influence of the previous one, it is Villaverde. It is from the urban development that Alejandro Aravena begins to be considered a social architect. Since it emerged as a response to the devastation caused by the earthquake and tsunami in 2010, with the 80% of the city destroyed and hundreds of people homeless, Villaverde seeks to provide housing through a unique approach, inspired by previous projects. Elemental proposed building a good half of house, offering residents half of complete home with the possibility